What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. We've got a crazy video. We're going to talk about a strike that happened, and I'm going to share some additional thoughts on where I think this is actually heading. Before we jump into this video, I wanted to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Solo. Solo is the best and only way to get guaranteed pay as a gig economy worker. One of the best parts is you can sign up using the link in the description below, and you can get $10 just for signing up. So check that out, guys. I think it really is the best app out there right now for gig economy workers. And let's dive in. So drivers around New Haven basically went on strike, blocking the roads, and for the same old stuff. So more people thinking they're more entitled from their gig work. I can understand the frustrations, but it's like, to me, it's like, you know what you signed up for, right? Now, companies basically taking 70% of what we make to some degree, so it's like, it's baloney, and that's where it stems from, so it's like, we're on the same side of these people, but at the same time not. It's weird. So some of these drivers expressed a desire to become full-time Uber employees, but most said they would prefer to remain contractors with an emphasis on a partnership. They're asking for baseline compensation and care that they said Uber is too easily able to skirt around due to their employment classification. But the problem to me is the same thing that it's always been. There's no regulation of the rides, and I do feel like there's a way they could do this without making us employees. So right now the problem is there's too many drivers in one area at any given time. So, their whole thing is, well, this is just meant to be a side income. It's meant to be just a source of income. You're giving someone a ride in the same destination you're going. Like that's that's something that Uber has said, which is so crazy to me. Like, what a joke that you would say that when you know that is not the truth. Like, those destination filters don't work. That's rarely how it ever pans out. And I would say 90% of the time I ended up 30, 40 minutes away from my home. So it's not meant to be an income source, rather a side gig when one has time and is going the same direction as another. But when there are too many rideshare drivers in one area, said a driver, none make any decent money because there isn't any sort of driver amount control, like I was saying. What taxis do is intentionally have less drivers on than demand dictates in order that all drivers are busy and thus maximizing income. Ride sharing, on the other hand, usually has too many drivers available or not enough, and thus both customer and driver suffer. Rideshare companies are attempting to resolve this problem by creating surge zones to better distribute drivers around so they meet demand. I mean, we all like surges, but it's not like that solved the problem, right? Of course, what drivers are realizing is they're not making much of any profit driving around because it costs about 75 cents a mile to operate, covering not only vehicle costs but phone insurance, taxes, and vehicle replacement. And the rideshare companies are in a race to the bottom because they can't make a profit. So it's the same dilemma. And let me make a prediction on where all this is headed. And I haven't thought of this yet. And I'm sure someone has. So I'm not saying I have this bold new revelation. But I am willing to bet that in the next couple of years, Uber is going to become a subscription-based platform on the driver's side. So you pay monthly to be a part of this glamorous service. Now, it might not be that crazy. It might be like $7 a month or something you could easily justify. But tell me that it does not make sense that they will do this. And to me, it's like the audacity of it, because I already feel like they're going to. Like, I really feel like that's where it's headed. They've just got to pull off some move. It's either a race to the bottom, a race to the autonomous vehicles, or a race to somehow making a significant amount more profit. But the thing is it might not, I mean, let's think about it. So let's say 1 million drivers sign up for it. It's $7 a month. They make 7 million more they make 7 million more a month. 84 extra million a year, and they're usually negative 200 million a quarter. So I mean, really, it would have to be like 25 to 50 bucks a month. Man, it might be crazier than that now that I think about it. Imagine if it was 100 bucks a month. I would be so livid. And I think out of principle, even if I made well over 100 bucks a month Ubering, which I would, but I mean, I don't do it as often as I used to. But I mean, even in principle, I don't think I'd be able to do it. I think I would be too pissed off. So anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Check out Solo, linked in the description. Get you that guaranteed pay and that $10 just for signing up. And I will talk to you guys soon.